92.5
XTU.
Audra's here with her shoes. Yay, Audra! Those are some sexy shoes there, girl.
Thank you.
My heavens.
I love sparkly stuff, so I'm into my sparkle.
She got her sparkle on.
I feel let down. I'm looking across the shoes here. I have no sparkle.
You don't have any.
shoes.
I know. I should have called you up and said that we
Wear the
need to
sparkly
match.
shoes today.
Yeah,
Today would have been the day to do
You
that.
can bedazzle them after the show.
What
The
size
bedazzled
shoes
tank
are
top
you? I
under
need to
your
borrow
shirt will be
those.
nice, Doc.
That's personal, Audra. And I'm like a foot taller than you, so chances are my feet are much bigger than yours.
I'll find some way to fit in them.
Stuff
New
socks in the
newspapers
toes.
and stuff like that.
Some
Perfect.
socks in there.
So how's it going?
Everything's going great. We've been really busy. We've been doing a lot of events, and we're actually we're gearing up to be promoting this song, the new single, and everything. So I just did the Eagles game.
Yay!
For it was on ESPN.
Yeah,
which
nationally.
was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty big. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of different events, and I just actually signed on with a new booking agent, so he wants to get me on like a NASCAR type of tour and
nice.
start gearing up for a summer tour and some opening acts soon.
So talk to me about the Eagles. You did the anthem?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there are some, that's first of all a really difficult song to sing.
Absolutely.
And there are some artists, like all across the board, who just won't do it because they can't sing it.
Yeah.
But I've never heard you miss a note.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, like, how does that work with you? Why are you so good at it, but no one else is? Famous people, you know? How come you're the one?
I think that song in general is just like everyone gets so nervous before they sing it. So whenever I'm gearing up to have a when I'm going to be singing it, I sing it like 2 times a day to just keep practicing.
Right.
But I try not to think about it because the question that everyone always asks me is so, are you nervous to forget the words? And I'm like, please don't ask me that.
Because that's worse than
Words,
hitting a
what
bad
words?
note.
It
is
is.
not having the right
I'd
words.
rather hit a flat note or something than forget a lyric of that song.
Right.
Because
So do you imagine the audience in their underwear? Do you?
Yeah, how do you look at them?
I think if I laugh so much, so I think if I imagine them in their underwear, I'd probably start laughing during it, and I don't think that
wouldn't be good.
Our veterans or military would like that.
So how many times do you think you've done the Star Spangled Banner so far, professionally?
Professionally, I've performed for the Phillies, the Sixers, which Crockett hooked me up with that.
Hey, what do
There you
say?
go.
Thanks. And then the Eagles I did last year and the Eagles this year. But, since I was little, I've been performing the national anthem since I was 10 years old at Delaware Racetrack. I did it for 10 years. So,
Wow.
doing it for a really, really long time. I could say that there was maybe, I don't even like to say this, but 3 times that I actually did mess up the anthem. And that was very, very scary.
Do you just think, okay, any minute I'm going to get hit with something? Someone is going to throw a beer can or...
I'm always I'm just oh my God, I can't believe I just did that in the back of my head. But I keep going because I'm I know I have to finish through the song. But I always feel I can't believe I did that. But it's just one of those songs. I even hear artists that write the lyrics on their hand.
Right, and they get criticized for that.
Yeah.
But you're right. I feel like I've never heard anyone ever talk about doing the anthem that wasn't totally nervous leading up to it, regardless of how, what a great career they've had so far.
Absolutely.
They're all...
because I've been singing since I was little, so I could get up and sing any song, and be okay with it. I always get nervous before I perform, but the national anthem, I get extremely nervous. I can't even explain the feeling that you get before you have to sing that song.
Do you prefer a musical accompaniment or doing it solo?
I actually prefer doing it a cappella because you have to start that song really low, and if you start it too high, then you could just blow it. You know what I mean? You could, so.
You taught me that when I was singing "Take Me Out to the Ball."
Yes,
I
did.
It's so funny because Journey was doing the
You did
national
great, by the
anthem at the Monday Night Football game last night, and they couldn't figure it out either. The one guy was sitting at the keys talking to the lead singer, and he was like, 1, 2, 3. And you could see him say 3 and then start to play. And then the lead singer's looking back dude, what's happening? So yeah, they all had a moment there. So it's funny that you say that.
It's pretty scary. And I never understood why, it's always been one of those songs that every artist gets, scared to sing before they perform it. But I don't know. I guess because it's just such an honorable song and such a special song to our country.
And nothing is easy about it, right? The melody is difficult because it's all over the place, and the words aren't normal.
They're not. Exactly. They don't rhyme. There's nothing like, you know what I mean?
There's ors and nors and over. Like, when do I? What's for? Which one's for? Which one's or? You know, so you're just kind of like, or the land.
Next time you get out here, just sing Jingle Bells. Yeah, something easy and stuff. Where old MacDonald had a farm. You get everybody out there.
God forbid, you know, row, row, row your boat.
Yeah. I mean, some of the audience can be audience participation. All happens.
You could sing it around.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
So you're mentioning this NASCAR tour you're going to be doing. Who is your driver? Because you need to know all that now.
That's true. I do actually need to learn my NASCAR. I do. I actually. That's really embarrassing. I actually don't even think I know.
You can't think of one NASCAR driver? Not one.
Pressure's on.
Wait,
Dale Earnhardt, you know?
Danica.
Danica Patrick. Yes, girl power.
I do. I know I do. My girl power. But I need to. I need to learn my NASCAR stuff.
Yes, you do.
Absolutely, especially being in country music, I need to know that.
Yeah. We'll help you out there with all the names.
Please,
when in doubt, just whenever someone asks a question, just be like Junior. You can't go wrong because everybody loves him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'll start getting on that.
Yeah. There you go.
Now tell us about the song. Where did you record Tennessee Cowboy?
So I recorded Tennessee Cowboy in Nashville about a couple months ago, I'd say. About a year. Yeah, about a couple months ago. But yeah, that was the one that we actually didn't know which single we were going to pick for our leading single, but we just kept going over it, and that was one of the ones that just kept connecting back because it was the very first country song I actually ever wrote. And I came back from Nashville for the first time, and I kind of was just inspired by all like the cute cowboys and stuff, especially like I heard you guys earlier talking about Sam Hunt. So
right,
I'm
you should start writing songs with him.
You're on that train too, I see, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I saw the interview, by the way, with you guys, and I would have been like, I don't even think I would have been able to have a conversation with him. But anyway, so that was kind of like he could be like my he could be my Tennessee Cowboy.
He's your muse.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was my inspiration for that song.
No,
but that song was just a special song to me because like I said, it was one of the first country songs that I started writing, and it was the first time I ever came back from Nashville, the first time I ever was there. So we ended up leading with that, and you know, we've gotten a lot of great responses back from the song.
Great song.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm really excited to finally release new music, and my fans are excited. So it's pretty awesome to finally get your music out there.
You can do like different versions when you go to different areas. Like here, you would do Bala Kinwood Cowboy.
Exactly. You know, Delco Cowboy is what I've heard a lot. They're like, I'm getting tweets and they're like, will you be my Delco Cowboy? I'm like, sure. New Jersey Cowboy, and that, you know. So I'll have to, like, if I'm performing it live, I'll have to make sure that I'm dedicating to wherever, like, you know, country or state or...
Who's the ones that you like, you follow? Because when we were listening to the song before, I said, I hear Miranda Lambert in there, I hear Carrie Underwood in there. And
really?
And maybe Maddie and Tay a little bit.
Wow. In my song?
Yeah, that's what I could hear.
That's awesome. Wow.
Who are the ones you look up to? Who are your favorites?
My favorites, I definitely look up to Carrie Underwood. Mm-hmm. I love her. I mean, I love her fashion sense, her vocals. She just has such a strong... she's just amazing singer.
Do you work out in her Calia workout gear from Dick's?
I don't, but
it's really expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I have to get some of her workout gear. It's cute.
Get it on sale. Like exactly. wait for clearance.
It's cute, but no, I'm a huge fan of Carrie Underwood. I actually really like Brantley Gilbert. I like the kind of like Kip Moore, like the rock kind of like country too, you know, that like edgy country. And Carrie Underwood, like she has that kind of like edgy coolness to her as well. So yeah, I love everybody. Keith Urban.
So it's funny, you know, you talk a lot about Carrie Underwood, and she is really a very shy person. And then she gets on stage and she becomes someone
she becomes like a
right.
Yeah,
she said that she has such a much easier time standing on stage singing than she does talking. She said the worst part for her in doing a concert is at the end of a song when she has to talk to the audience and people are clapping. They're like, "Why are you?" You know, she gets all nervous. Like, "Why are you clapping? Let me just sing another song." Like she's so awkward with that.
That's funny you say that because I'm sort of in the middle of that. Like, sometimes I say stuff that's, like, very awkward, and then I'm like, oops, I should have probably just continued to sing and not say anything at all.
Now's the time to make those mistakes, though.
Yeah, exactly. So I totally get where she's coming from with that. Because, like, I like to run around on stage and be interactive with the crowd and everything, but sometimes when it comes to, like, talking in front of the crowd, sometimes I'm like, I start kind of talking, and then I'm like, whoa, where am I in my sentence?
And then when they were 7 years old.
And then I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, I don't know what I'm saying.
Perfect.
So I just play it off.
See, whereas we can just walk on stage and talk exactly. And never sing, and that's probably for the best.
Well, you know what? I mean, hey, you sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," so I mean that was great.
I don't know if I sang it. I performed it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably a better word. Yeah. And she said it was great, which is good.
Well,
so, would you be willing to do a duet with Doc since you already are such a big fan?
I would absolutely do a duet with him.
If we're going to put you on the spot today, like today, will you do one with him?
Sure.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh boy.